Hey, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Happy Thursday. We're almost to the weekend, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there. So congratulations for that. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this no makeup type look. I don't have any foundation on my skin right now. I have a minimal amount of concealer. And it's really just bringing out the glow in the skin, adding a little bit of bronzer and blush just to make it to where I don't look like a zombie, and, you know, bringing out those eyes with mascara. So it's very simple. It's very quick. This honestly only took me about 15 minutes altogether. So, and a lot of that would probably be just waiting for my eyelashes to dry in between coats of mascara and curling. So pretty quick, pretty simple, and pretty to the point. So if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button really quick. I'm just going to give you a second to do that. Oh, don't forget the notification bell. So I upload every Tuesday and Thursday around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you want to make sure you subscribe so you're getting my content. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's jump into the video. Okay, friends, let's jump right in. First step in this, like, no makeup slash quick mommy out the door, running late, kids are driving you crazy makeup look would be concealer. I would definitely recommend using a concealer that is around your skin tone. When I do this look, I'm not going for anything that's like specifically brightening under my eyes or down the middle of my face. I'm just kind of going in with concealer because I do have like some redness that I get right on this part of my eye, and then I do have a little bit of like dark circles underneath my eye. So just trying to conceal those the best I can. I'm going to go in with Pretty Vulgar in the shade Little White Lies, and I'm going to just dot that. This is definitely a concealer. This is a concealer that I got in my BoxyCharm not long ago, and this is definitely a concealer that is not very full coverage, and it very much blends away. It blends away effortlessly into what almost appears like it's blending away into nothing. It's not blending away into nothing. Like, it's definitely doing something. It's just very light coverage. So I'm just gonna kind of like dot that around here, and then on my eyelids as well. I do have like redness and like weird shades of things on my eyelids, so I like to conceal those. So that's generally what it ends up looking like. There's a pretty visible difference between this eye and this eye, aside from the fact that this eye is funky and smaller and closes more. I'm just talking about the skin around it. This eye, you can definitely see there's no concealer, whereas this eye, it's a little bit more like pulled together, and it's just looks a little bit better. So I do like to take any leftover concealer that I might have on my sponge and just kind of bring that a little bit on my nose. I do have redness on my nose, on my chin, excuse me, and around my mouth. And that specifically happens in the winter to me. I get a lot of dryness right here on my mouth, and I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know. It just happens in the winter for me. And I put like Carmex on like it's nobody's damn business, and it still happens. So I do have just a little friend here, decided to show up and wanted to play ball with me. But I'm just going to leave it alone, to be honest, because it's at that stage where it's like scabby and crusty. You're welcome for that information. And so if I put concealer on it, it's going to make it look worse. So leaving it alone. I did bring use the extra concealer on my sponge to bring it on my cheeks a little bit, kind of trying to avoid my little buddy. And that is because also in the winter, I get a ton of redness on my cheeks. I don't know, you know, what's happening in the winter? I need to move somewhere where there's like never winter. or the weather that's like winter. Anyways, so for this, I'd never use powder. That is just a personal preference. I am combination skin type. So for me, I feel like I do okay. As long as I only put the concealer under, like right under my eyes and on my eyelids, I feel like my face does okay throughout the day, as long as I am not like spreading concealer all over. So I don't put any powder on, but I also am not I'm not somebody who gets super creasy. And this concealer that I used is light coverage and it's not a very creasy concealer. So if you're using a more full coverage concealer that you know creases, you might want to take a very light amount of translucent powder or whatever pressed powder that you like and apply a little bit. I wouldn't recommend a ton because it can start to look cakey. And that's definitely not the look we're going for here. So next step is a little bit of bronzer. So of course, you know, I'm addicted. I can't get away from it. It's the perfect bronzer for me. So I'm using the Wanderbeauty Trip for Two palette. Got this in my BoxyCharm box. If you haven't watched that video yet, what the heck are you waiting for? So I'm going to go into the shade Costa Ray right here and dip my Sonia Kashuk brush into it. And basically I'm doing what I do normally, but just a little bit more light-handed. So I'm going to go just top part of my forehead up here. Very light-handed. I barely put any bronzer on there. I'm going to really make sure that it's blended out because I'm not trying to have like any harsh lines, obviously. My hair is always in my way. I'm going to go right here onto my cheeks. And this time with my bronzer, I'm going to bring my bronzer a little further down. So usually I would just like focus it right there to cut that line to make my cheeks a little more chiseled. But this time I'm really just going to kind of bring it around onto my cheekbones. Essentially what I'm doing here is giving my face a little bit more warmth and a little bit more life so that I don't look like I'm on an episode of The Walking Dead. Yeah. So now I'm going to go into the blush in that palette, the shade Bellini, and pop a little on my blush brush. Put it on my little cheeks. Here we go. So that is the first few steps. Now I'm going to go in with highlight. So highlight is a big part of my no makeup look. I just like a little bit of shine to my skin. If you're not into highlight, obviously you don't have to do this step, but I like to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo highlighter. And this is in the shade Halo Goodbye, which is so clever. Hello, goodbye, halo, goodbye, hello. So another reason why I didn't use powder is this. I always like to go in with a liquid highlighter first when I'm doing this look, and you shouldn't put liquid over powder. It's just probably not going to work. So I like, because this has a little wand, and I like to go just on the top parts of my cheeks and kind of connect it onto my eyebrow, like so. And I like to take my sponge and just blend that out. Put a little bit above my eyebrows, just like a dot, like so. Blend it a little upward, just so it looks kind of like I have a natural gleam going on. That's the whole look of this, is to look naturally beautiful, right? Not that we're not already naturally beautiful. We don't need any makeup, but just saying is all. I'm gonna put it on the tip of my nose a little bit. Blend it down here a little bit. So, good, two, go. I love it. Don't you love it when I do this and you can see my fat? That is so attractive. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. And this is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. I love this highlight. These Master Chrome highlights from Maybelline are bomb. They are literally as good as any high-end highlighter I've ever used. So I would just want to let you know that. So this is also pinky tone. That's why I'm taking this one. And I'm just gonna lightly go over top of that liquid just to make sure that it's set down and that it's not gonna like rub off throughout the day. And then because, like I said, I'm not trying to do anything crazy, I do like to go over the highlight with my beauty sponge just to blend it out a little bit. Go back in with my bronzer brush, add a little bit more. To further blend out that cheek highlight. And there we go. So next things next is I'm going to add a little bit of spray. So typically I would use like more of a setting type spray at this point, but since I'm trying to hydrate, I'm not trying to set too much. You know, I got too much of a cake face going on. I'm going to use my Power Up Dual Phase Setting Mist. This is a setting mist, but it also helps to like energize your skin, revive it, keeps dull and tired skin at bay. Over there, get out of here, dull and tired skin. The whole point of this is to shake it up. I did get this in my BoxyCharm, FYI. And then spray it. Smells like melons. This next step is super duper important. It is the eyebrows. If you are already somebody who has nice, full, bushy little eyebrows on your own, well, congratulations, you probably don't need this, but I do not. So this product is a miracle worker. It is the Benefit GIMME Brow. I'm obsessed with this stuff. I got it as like a tiny little sample size in, I feel like it was a Sephora Play box. I used to get Sephora Play subscription boxes a while back, and I think it was in that, and I loved it. It said that it gave me the shade 5, which was more of a brown tone. So when I went back to repurchase a full size, which is also kind of small, just saying, I got shade 5 because I liked the tone, right? Well, this shade 5 is a very different shade than that shade 5, so I don't know what happened there. But this is more blacky, which is fine. Like, I have really dark hair, so it's fine for me. Tiny little wand with like fibers on it, and I'm just going to do this eyebrow and show you the difference between this eyebrow and this eyebrow because it's amazing and wonderful. So basically all you do is you just like brush it on your eyebrows. It does have like, aside from fibers, it has pigment, so some color, right? So you can kind of shape them out as you go, which is what I like to do. So, can you see the difference in the eyebrows? It's kind of an amazing difference, but it looks super natural, which is what I'm going for. So, I'm going to go ahead and do this eyebrow really quick, and then we'll be right back. Eyebrows are done, and I would say they're looking pretty darn good considering I didn't go through my general ritual to make them look like something decent that takes me forever and still sometimes doesn't work because I suck at eyebrows. I feel like I should just use this all the time. Why am I even doing anything else, to be honest? Okay, so, but I do feel like it goes with a like no makeup type look because it looks pretty natural. It definitely doesn't look like I've like carved my brows out or anything, but it still looks like I have something there. So, last but not least will be eyelashes. If you have not yet watched my how I get long, luxurious, false-looking eyelashes naturally, then I would recommend doing so. It's a pretty darn good video if you ask me. And it is the video that I posted on Tuesday. So check that out if you want to see my steps and my routine. But right now I'm going to go off camera to do those because my memory's full in my phone. So, you know, just being honest right now. Honesty is the way to life. Honesty equals being genuine. Let's be honest. Let's be genuine. Let's embrace it. I'll be right back. Okay, so lastly, for my eyes, after I get my mascara all done on the top and bottom lashes, I like to go in with a little highlight on the inner corner. So I like to use the Ofra X NikkieTutorials Glazed Donut highlight as I stumble around. And I like to put that just a little bit on the inner corner. This is a very pigmented highlight, and it's definitely very like bam, like in your face, like bright and shiny and gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So I like to put it right there, just to give it a little pop and open my tiny little eyes up a little bit more. The final step in this no makeup look is just a little bit of lip gloss. So I am going to use the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow lip gloss. Just a tiny bit because this stuff is pigmented and thick. She's thick. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it gave you a little bit of help if you're somebody who is, you know, you're waking up for work early and you're not wanting to put on a ton of makeup, but you're wanting to make yourself look a little bit more pulled together, you know, whatever, then I hope this helped you. As you can see, my skin looks pretty freaking good. It doesn't look perfect. You can certainly see like all of my freckles coming through, which I'm okay with, to be honest. I'm okay that my little friend's not covered here. Like, I'm human, right? We are human. It is okay for us to not look perfect. Also, perfect is subjective. Remember that. Perfect is subjective. You're beautiful the way you are, and you're beautiful without makeup. You're beautiful with makeup. You're beautiful with a little bit of makeup. You're beautiful however the hell you want to be. So you do you, boo. And go for it, you know? Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next week. I hope you have an amazing weekend.